All right. Welcome back to the channel. It's the Cup Chasers podcast. Plenty of crazy action in the Premier League this weekend. And I think the best place to start is Brighton and Brentford. And if you are a Gulls or Bees fan, smash the like button. Get those likes up for us. Subscribe if you're new. We're grateful you're here. And get that notification bell on. Did you get a chance to go back and actually watch Brighton and Brentford?
I didn't catch the 90, but I caught the 15-minute extended highlight.
Yeah,
reel
I
that
went
they-
back and watched the whole game.
The whole game. Oh,
What a game this was, man. And dude, it was, I'm not going to lie, Brentford, classic Mourinho. Brentford played a classic Mourinho strategy. And like, I was like, man, this is park the bus.
Oh yeah.
But in
100%.
such a brilliant, like two set piece goals.
Yep.
2 set piece goals, and then one off the high press. They press really good, and it falls to Tony in the box, and I mean he's not
gonna miss in the box.
Um,
Pinnock's goal was right at the half.
Right, and from the center back, what a finish that is.
Yep.
That was with the outside of his left boot, like just
Roberto Carlos, bro. No, man.
Have that in with your right foot, man. What are you doing?
No, he's got to
just throwing a leg at it. And
sometimes it connects, yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
But credit Brighton, I say, because
to keep fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
To answer it every time.
But
I mean, when you have that much of the ball, you got to expect that type of I mean,
yeah,
they had it was literally just a highlight reel of
one-way traffic. It was one-way traffic.
One-way traffic. Yeah.
It really was.
That's a great way, yeah.
And Brighton didn't panic. They kept playing their game. They knew. I mean, they already had the evidence from scoring the 2 goals in the first half. They knew that they had the goals. They had the goals in them.
The goals had the goals. Yeah.
I think their biggest issue in this game was defending. They didn't defend very well.
Every time they got level, every time it was literally 10 minutes later or 5 minutes later. They're like, up the hill we go. Yeah.
I mean, they did. I mean, they like to stick to that passing out of the back, and that's what cost them for the 3rd goal. But Brentford were just so good. They knew when to press. They knew when to drop back. Like Brentford, man, I thought that in the past month or so they'd fallen off, but these past couple of performances have been fantastic.
They've stuck in it, man.
They've been fantastic.
They've stuck in it, yeah.
And I've been calling for Brighton to climb the ranks and get up there. They needed this one, and I don't know, man. It just contributes again to how crazy this season has been because Brentford could go on a run now.
Right.
Brentford could go on a run, man, and get up.
We left it wide open.
Oh, goodness gracious, man. But
Everybody did.
What a game this was. What an amazing advert for the league.
I was about to say again for the neutral. If you're not either one of those fans, if you want to watch a good game of soccer, from what I saw, this is those one-sided games, like you said, those Mal style games where you see one team absolutely just pounding at the door, but still, that's why it's a beautiful game, right? You can have 60-40 possession, end up 1-1. You can have 70-20 possession or 79-21 possession and have a 3-3.
I will say that the penalty at the very end was it's a bit unlucky, a bit harsh. But not undeserved. Not undeserved, though.
Right.
And credit McAllister for stepping up, World Cup champion, no pressure, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Matoma scores. Did you know that Danny Welbeck, who scored the 2nd goal, has 400 Premier League appearances?
What?
My man, Danny.
What? Danny.
And he marks it with a goal.
That's awesome. Yeah. You hang up your hat, Danny. You're good.
Fantastic. Nah, man, he's got to finish the season. Brighton need to make the Champions League. Let's get Spurs out of there. Get Spurs out of
Yeah,
there.
no
Come
Spurs
on.
in the champs. Yeah.
Oh,
I
like
see.
I
I
would love
see.
that. I would absolutely not. No offense to Chelsea, no offense to you, but what a slap in the face. You take our manager, everybody's raiding our players. You know, Trossard's
We're
gone.
in the
Everybody's
Champions
trying to
League.
get our player.
Yeah.
Fourth place, baby. What's up?
What's up? Thanks for the money. And we're about to get paid
Yeah.
again. We about to
Thanks for
get
the food.
paid and we got
We'll take
paid.
all that Champions
Yep.
League food. And I would love to see it. I would
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, and then Potter just left all that behind just because. Oh,
Just
yes!
that.
Yes!
Just to
Let
get
them make
sacked.
champs. Let them
I
make
mean,
champs.
but Potter did get paid.
Oh,
He
he
did
got. I
get
don't
his
care.
money.
Oh, he got paid.
He got his money,
He
but
made so me and my boy did it. Me and my boy did the math. I think it was so since he spent 209 days at the club, it was a $24 million contract or something like that. It was 24 mil.
it was way more than that, bro. It was
24
like
mil a year.
it was
Yeah, it was
12 a
24 mil a
year.
year.
It was like 12 a
12
year.
a year.
So it was like 60 mils. It was huge. It was a
Yeah,
massive.
that means he made like $200,000 or $300,000 a day to
Right.
lose.
To
To
be terrible.
lose. To be terrible.
Yeah, great. Good for you. Yeah.
Must be nice.
If I'm De Zerbi, like I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to take this Brighton team all the way because
Yeah.
they look good. They look good for sure. And
It's
I enjoy
deserved.
watching them. I enjoy watching Brentford play, man. And
Yeah, you've liked the bees all
I
season.
do
You've
like the
liked them.
bees.
You've liked the bees.
I feel bad though when Ivan Toney catches this year and a half. Where it is, it's not going to be good. I've seen them play without Tony. I've seen them be decent without Tony, but I don't know,
For a
man.
season-long
They're a
stint to
different
lose
team.
a goal-scoring machine like that,
They're
yeah.
they're different when he's in the team.
You'll
Absolutely.
feel it over time too.
But another crazy result. We'll go ahead and move on to uh, the Cherries.
The
What?
Cherries!
Bournemouth at home have beaten Fulham 2-1.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What?
sir.
Like,
Late game drama.
yeah,
Yeah.
79th minute winner.
Yeah.
It's that home field advantage, man. I'm telling you, these teams down at the bottom, they're going to have to rely on this home field hard. And just like Forest, Bournemouth are a completely different team at home. And I think that Fulham without Mitro, God, it's rough. It's rough pumpkins. And they've kind of taken over as that seventh, eighth, ninth team that have fallen off. Fulham are in 11th, man. They've dropped. They've dropped. Y'all are 1 point behind Fulham.
We could have capitalized so much this
Yeah,
week.
Chelsea are 1 point behind Fulham now. And Fulham, who were flying high for so long, they're in a bad way right now. This is a bad loss. Like this is a damaged loss.
No,
And
I agree.
their away
It's
kit,
season.
their away kit is terrible too. Like
Their away kit was as bad. Well, I don't know,
as their
man. I felt like Bournemouth had a good game. I don't want to say Fulham had a bad game. I want to say Bournemouth had a good game at home.
what's the best game that Bournemouth can play though? Fulham should be beating Bournemouth, no matter where you play it. Play it on the playground. Fulham should be beating Bournemouth.
Big game for Bournemouth in the league, though, right? Like,
Massive. Massive.
massive. Took him out of the
Yeah.
relegation.
That's how close it is that any points at all move you out of
Any points
relegation.
move you out of relegation.
Everton drew and they jumped up to 15th.
Oh, dude.
You know,
Leicester might go down, bro.
oh,
No
dude.
manager in
Oh,
relegation. Who wants to come there?
yeah,
Potter told him no.
right.
Leicester approached Potter. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Well, segues are weird. Man,
Bad.
our favorite segment on the show
Is now over.
has come to a close. We've been wondering for weeks, for months, how does Brendan Rodgers have a job? Well,
the answer is he doesn't.
the answer is he no longer
The
has
board finally got their nudes back and sacked my man. Brendan Rodgers.
Somehow the blackmail has been overtaken. And Mateta probably got them their dirt back after this. Did you watch the highlights of this game?
Yeah.
It was a bit what you expect, for about 60 minutes, kind of,
Him Holland, yeah.
and then Eze gets that free kick, man. I've been saying it. Eze needs to start. He's wearing your 10 shirt. He needs to be in the team week in, week out. Like sit Zaha if you got to, man. Come on, because this dude, he's got it. That free kick, yeah, he gets some fortune coming off the goalkeepers,
Yeah.
but
But no, it's the placement. It's the placement of it that makes it.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you can say, oh, it bounced off the. It was a great free kick either way. Either way, it was beautifully hit.
Now I would call it a new manager bounce, but there's nothing new about 75-year-old Roy Hodgson.
There's nothing new. Well,
Nothing
I mean,
new
I guess
about that.
it's a new position. There's nothing new about
It's not a new
75.
position. He's come in to save them from relegation. First game out, he's
Oh.
got their first win in 12 matches.
You know who you bring in to save you from relegation? You bring in my boy Frankie Lamps. You let him rise you up, and then you let him go.
Bring in Big Sam Allardyce to Chelsea to save the day. Yeah, no. But the
Oh man,
goal in the 94th minute. Did you see this goal? What an incredible touch. Incredible touch. Jordan Ayew has laser beamed this ball out of him. You remember how Ryan used to just rip you're
Rip one,
7 yards away from you and he'd rip it right at you?
Yeah.
Dude, Jordan Ayew laser beamed it in
Made
there.
it whistle.
Mateta's bald head somehow figured it out. What a dude. I'll go back and watch it again and again and again. What a touch. Just to bring the ball through the air, the fire is melting the ball because he's hit it so hard. And he
You know you can hear it.
catches it, turns it, and then goalie's got no chance. You're just,
No.
one-on-one. Yeah, credit to
I
Mateta.
thought it was a
Where's that been all
great
season?
I thought it was a great way to get my boy fired. Like if you're gonna go out, like if you're gonna go out,
Absolutely.
let it be a masterclass. Like
Wonderful. Wonderful. But yeah, hey, Palace with that, that's what I'm saying, man. It's so crazy at the bottom of the table. Palace with that win are now the front runners of the relegation fight.
Yeah.
Just
They
with
move
that,
up to 12th. Yeah.
They've got 3 points on 4 teams, and then it's 26, 25, 23, I think. But and yeah, it's only a 7-point gap from Crystal Palace to Southampton. But that's so huge. 6-pointer. And like you said earlier, Leicester have dropped into the
Dropped
danger.
into the pot, man.
I know that I've been saying it's Southampton, Bournemouth definitely, and I can't say that I still think Bournemouth are gonna. I don't think that's changed my mind, but you may have called it, man. Leicester are in trouble.
Trouble.
Why not?
Trouble.
Why not fire Rodgers 4 months ago if you were gonna fire him? If you were gonna wait till 9 games in a relegation scrap and then can him, why not 2 months ago? It's not like It's not like they've gotten worse. This
Right.
is typical Leicester. They're bad.
Right, and it's just that too, and that's the timing of theirs makes a little less sense than ours. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not an appeasing opportunity there. You're gonna have a dogfight for the last 9 games. Your team is disjointed. It needs to be rebuilt in a lot of ways. The money's not there ish. I mean, I know they have I think they have a little bit left in the cauldrons from the cells.
They just had to buy out Brendan Rodgers.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oof, and that does come off
They
the
had to
top.
pay him off
That
so that
comes
they
off
don't
the
have
top of
the
the wages or
black.
your team's budget. Yeah.
They,
Oof.
they bought it. They bought the blackmail pictures.
They
So
bought the blackmail pictures back and then fired him.
yeah, it's rough pumpkin.
It's yeah, so I think it's the ship that can't stop leaking water.
Who
And
wants
I
to
don't
go there?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone wants to go there. And if you can't get a manager like Graham Potter to go there with the
That's who they
mediocrity he
take.
brings, yeah, man, like you're gonna have it rough pumpkins. Like,
Big
yeah.
Sam Allardyce to Leicester, bro.
Oh.
They need somebody to save them. They need a savior. Frankie Lampard, John Terry.
Frankie Lampard, John Terry.
Somebody needs to go in and save Leicester. It's a sinking ship, man.
It is. It's like I said, it's the ship that can't stop leaking water right now. And it's just an unappeasing gig because they've been so bad all season. There's not like a lot of, oh, we can hope for this or we can build on this. It's just holes. everywhere you look.
Imagine winning the league 7 years ago, and
That's what I'm saying. It's from
Talk
about a rough ride. That's because Brendan Rodgers had dirt on everybody, so it's just now coming to an end.
Brendan Rodgers just running everything, just treating it like he's playing Football Manager on PlayStation, whatever. And
I like it.
It's finally come back to him. Finally come back around.
Yeah, but no longer has a job.
Yeah, credit Palace.
This game did look like a downtown traffic jam though. With all dude, that card was hot after it. You couldn't tell me. There's not that many lines on a referee's yellow card sheet. Like he had to
put it on the other side.
He had to get some extra pieces of paper. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious, man. But yeah, credit Palace. Big win. Shooting up the table. Leaving Leicester languishing. Getting people fired. First win in 12. I mean, yeah, there you go.
Gotta love it.
Good for you, Roy Hodgson. Things are looking up. Speaking of another 6-pointer down there at the bottom, exactly like we thought. Forest at home hosting Wolves. This one was. I watched the 15-minute long highlights, and even that was tough to watch.
See, this one turned out exactly how I thought it would on the stat line.
I think we both said 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I didn't.
Actually,
when I was looking through all the games, this was the one that I was like, I can miss Forest Wolves. We'll be okay.
Actually, dude, you said 0-0.
0-0? Okay, I got the result right.
Yeah. That's not like a bad guess. That makes sense. Neither of these teams really score.
So how do you have 72% possession and only have one shot on goal?
Here's a great example. Brendan Johnson scores a goal that, let's be honest, the goalkeeper should have had. Goalkeeper should have stopped this one, but he then turns around and gives the worst dive anyone's ever seen. Like, this is like Bruno Fernandes would be proud of this dive. Like, he doesn't do the kick your own heel move. He doesn't like jump into the player. He doesn't pull a Harry Kane where he lays on a guy and then falls over.
And
he just
over and then gets punched in the face. Yeah.
He just kind of fell down. He didn't have to. He had the ball at his feet. Like, this is yeah, I'm not a fan of this kind of crap. And the referee rightly gave him a yellow immediately pulled it out. But I felt like this is a fair result. Wolves are that enigma for me, man. I never really know what they're gonna bring. Podence every now and again pops up with a goal, just like he's done. Saves a point, and I think both of these teams will be okay. I think Forest are going to ride their home form, completely different team at home, so I think they'll be all right. Neither of these teams score goals.
No,
just don't. It's not good.
Yeah.
Although Forest. I think goal difference might be big this season, and Forest have a awful.
-27.
Only Bournemouth are worse.
Holy cow! Only Bournemouth are worse.
It's not great. They need to find some scoring. They need to just play defense away from home.
See, I feel bad. Like, Leicester doesn't have that bad of a goal difference, -10, but they're just not winning games.
That's because Leicester have better goal scorers.
Yeah.
They have better individuals on the team, and they've put up 4 goals a couple of times this season.
They can't win a game to save their life.
They can't defend. They couldn't defend anything. They couldn't defend the Great Wall of China. Like, come on. It's bad news bears, man.
Bad news bears, man. Yeah.
But
no, I do think you're right. I think Forest and Wolves have what it takes to eke out the rest of the season. I don't see either of them going down. Forest seem like, they have a little bit of a dog in them. Like we kind of were beating up on them there mid-season, but here lately they've kind of put some pieces together and got a little bit of dog in them. I think Navas coming in was big.
For sure. Yeah, Keylor Navas. Yeah.
Yeah, it was big. Getting some leadership. Huh?
Credit the coach, Steve Cooper. Hey, enough. Credit Steve Cooper for coming in and or not coming in. He's been there forever. You know, we were talking about earlier in the season, like, you know, how he's still there and the fact that the fans love him. Like every time you watch a Forest game, turn up the volume because the city ground gets loud. They love it there. They love their football there, man. And it's I mean, hey,
Well, they're just happy to be
Man
here.
City
Right?
went there and couldn't get a win, so it's
They're happy to be here. Like this is their right. They got promoted.
I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be okay at the end of the day. And there actually was another relegation 6-pointer on Sunday, and I got to say, man, the West Ham Southampton game, I maybe should have slept in. Yeah, this one, Southampton just don't have much to offer.
No.
At any point.
West Ham. Yeah.
Neither do they. Neither do West Ham.
No.
I mean, this the longest VAR check you've ever seen in your life.
This is relegation.
It was like a 5-minute. Did you see the goal? It was like a 5-minute VAR check. And yes, there was like 4 dudes down the line, but you could see it. You know, you could see that the guy that scored had a good foot. Way more than a lot of the calls we've seen.
Where it's a toenail. Yeah.
They didn't draw the line. I'm surprised they drew the lines because they didn't draw them for forever, and it looked like there weren't going to be any lines, the Arsenal. But
right.
They ended up getting the right decision in the end, and I mean, honestly, that's about all there was in this game. I did when Antonio come on for West Ham. I made it a point to remember that he's just not what he used to be. It's kind of I don't know if he's had an injury that's kind of slowed him down a little bit, but his touch has been off. I thought he was okay in his cameo in this game, but they're lacking up top hard. Jared Bowen has kind of gone off the boil. He had a spell, and and so I will say this though, with David Moyes at the helm, every time they've been up against it, backs to the wall, in one of those games where it's like, if Moyes loses this could be
bad. Yeah,
he's already been in an El Sacico this and so massive game versus bottom of the table, and he gets a win, and shoots them up the table. They're in 14th after beating Southampton, and if they would have lost, they would have been bottom. They would have been rock bottom. So talk about a 6-pointer. It was a 6-placer.
Yeah.
They won the game and shot up 6 places off the top or off the very bottom. So not really much else to say about that one. It was not the most exciting watch, but and I thought as the game went on, I thought Southampton would, pick it up and really realize, like, guys, we gotta have this. That dog was never there.
I don't think Southampton really
my bottom 3 for a month and a half.
They've been in the bottom for a long time now. It hasn't looked like they're wanting to.
I'm saying, like, what I think's going to happen. I've thought that they're going to go down for months now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
I do too. I think Southampton is definitely one of my picks to go down for this season.
I think they made a mistake firing Hasenhüttl, to be honest with you.
What is it? 12 managers have been sacked now this season?
A lot of managers have been sacked this season. It's been
bad.
It's been rough.